All right, good morning. We're here at Market Open. I'm not watching that. I don't know why I switched over to that right before Market Open, but I'm gonna watch some of these pot stocks that open here because the Senate looks like will be in Democrat control. We're actually having a sell-off. Right out the gate here on some of these pot stocks, or at least on Cron. Let's see. Hexo, yeah. Sundial selling off a little bit, so a little bit of that pre-market hype on these pot stocks is falling off. Keep an eye on TATT. If it can break $8, it could get moving. Good morning, One Life. ACB selling off. That's Aurora. QS with a little pop. CGC, which is Canopy Growth. Canopy Growth actually getting a pop. Yeah, and Hexo's actually popping up after that quick little sell. So yeah, maybe the pot stocks are going to turn around now. Quick little sell off at open. We'll see. Boy, that's a big dip on Cron there. But it's not all about the pot stocks. We have a couple other stocks. Keep an eye on. Let's see, AIK. Coming up this little downtrend here. Let's see. If it breaks 150, it could possibly start moving. Getting pushed back down. Testing that 150. After 150 though, AIK's got the world to run. We'll go 100 shares. It's going to test here again. See if, well, if I can get filled. What is going on? Why am I not getting filled? Oh boy, this is not good. Whatever is happening with Thinkorswim right at the moment. It's not even letting me cancel these orders. Okay, hold on. I think there we go. Okay, I got them canceled. Woo! That's a little sketchy. I don't know what happened there. I'm still gonna go. Okay, maybe I'm not. What is going on? Hold on a minute. Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim is doing some stuff today. Oh, no, and then it just filled me. Alright, well, that's not what I want to see. Whoa, I got filled up at 153. What the hell is going on? So Thinkorswim with some issues here. Right out the gate, this is a little sketchy. I'm a little concerned here. Let's see if this can break 150 though again. Still a lot of sellers there. I guess it's probably gonna come back down, getting rejected at 150 now. Yeah, it's starting to crack. I don't know if I want to hold this. Whoa! Whoa! Now I got 200 shares. What is going on? Oh my God, Thinkorswim. Oof. What is going on here? That delay was brutal. I definitely would have hopped out if I'd have known that I got filled on 200 shares. What the hell is going on this morning? Yeah, I see it's lagging pretty badly. I'm here now, so I'm just gonna put a stop loss under 134 at this point. So if it drops below this candle or this candle, it's gonna be probably done. Yeah, okay, and I got stopped out there, so of course it touched right on that. So I'm not making another trade for a little while because Thinkorswim really finagled me there on that one. And of course it just hit my stop loss, just enough to hit my stop loss too. Well, I say I may not make another trade, but now this stock is coming up. I don't know. Let's see, how much did I use on that? This is one of the ones I was really interested in here. Because if it breaks 8, it could start running. I'm going to go. No, maybe I'm not. Let's see how many shares I can get. Let's see. There we go. Starting to pop a little bit here. Let's see. It's got to hold above 8 to really get going. Here we go, starting to pop. Let's push through that 8.15 area. Way up to 8. What did we get up to? 830 something? Yeah, 834. So it's going to have a little pullback. It needs to hold above 8 here. Oh, man, there's still lag with Thinkorswim because I'm seeing the time and sales is a little nutty. Or not time and sales, but level 2. This is getting pushed all the way back down under 8. buyers come back in to push it up or not. So buyers are trying to push it back up. Might need to make a little handle. Might need to be kind of looks like it may need to be a cup and handle. I don't want this to drop much more though. Well, Thinkorswim is just yeah. So apparently TOS is lagging. My streaming software is lagging. It just showed me it's disconnected there. Like I don't know what is going on this morning. We've got chaos. We got chaos in the market. This is Thinkorswim lag is absolutely killing me. Oh boy. So it bounced off of 9 EMA on the 15-minute. Maybe ready to jump out here. This 750 starting to act as resistance. I'm just going to put a stop loss in. I may be getting out here if it starts to dip below. That last big red candle. Looking like this is about to crack pretty hard. A lot of selling, just not a lot of buying coming in on this anymore. See him pop back to the 5-minute. Kind of ugly on the 5. Looks better on the 15 than it does the 5. It's getting held up at the 9 on the 5 and the 1 minute though. If it keeps getting held up at the 9, it's going to come back down. Alright, there it goes. It's starting to push back up a little bit, trying to get back above these moving averages. Good morning, Daniel B. Held up a little bit there. Getting a little crack. Needs to stay above these lows. If it cracks below these lows, this is gonna dump. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and put a stop loss in. This is a pretty steep drop off though. I'm gonna put a stop loss in just in case. So what's AIK doing? Oh, of course. Of course. Yeah, I got screwed the pooch there because of Thinkorswim lagging so bad, and this is about to sell off because AIK is running. All the tensions went over there. Kind of last ditch to try to hold up this 725 or it's done. So if you just joined, right at market open, I was trying to get in AIKA in a position, and Thinkorswim went absolutely bonkers. And it wasn't filling my orders, and then I canceled my orders, and then all of a sudden it filled me like 2 minutes later. And actually double filled me. Twice the amount of shares than I wanted. And then I just put a stop loss in because it filled me like right in the middle of this candle dropping when I was trying to get him back here. And then I got stopped out right there. That little tail end came down just right there to my stop loss and stopped me out right before the nice move up. So I ended up taking a pretty bad loss there. Yeah, I didn't notice the lag. I didn't see any lag until that happened. So it kind of caught me off guard. Now this looks like this is gonna crack soon. It's still testing that support. It's having problems breaking the 1 minute downtrend. It's getting real close to cracking. So today's just gonna be a nice big old red day for me. Yeah, there we go. I got stopped out. So not surprised there. So yeah, this is done. At least for now. Big sell off there. Let's see. AIK looks like it. AIK came back down quite a bit after that initial run. What's going on right now? See, this had a random pop. Daniel B, you're having problems with TOS as well. Yeah, they kind of got me good this morning. It's not. I guess there's a little bit of a trend line, but yeah, I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that little trend line before, but I don't know. I'm real hesitant after what's happened so far to do anything else. And the SPY's going up. Interesting. Actually, I don't have enough funds to even make another trade. Because I end up getting filled on twice the amount of shares of AIK than I wanted. So, yeah, so it looks like TAT is getting a bounce off of that trend line. CGC sold off in Aurora, so all that pot hype and pre-market, and it's all selling off here. And I got stopped out on this too at the very bottom. Possibly could still break out if it can get back up to that 8 area and test. See, on a 5-minute candle, it did break above 8, and I was up about 30 cents. And then my level 2 started acting crazy with thinkorswim lag and whatnot, and I was having a hard time looking at the price action when you got that type of hoodoo going on. But if this breaks 8, doesn't have nothing to hold it back after that. I have room up to 9.25, and then after that possibly 10 and 11. That's the only resistance right there in pre-market if it can break 8. It's very low float as well. So if a lot of volume comes in, it very easily could push. So it's slowly creeping up here. There's a good call out by One Life on this trend line bounce. Had been a pretty good entry right there. That 720 area, you can see it's already almost up to 780. Yeah, I did. I got destroyed. Yeah, that TOS lag got me bad. It was insane. After the stream is over, you guys should go back and watch that first 5 minutes of how bad the delay was. I tried to jump in AIK real quick, and then my orders did not fill. I say orders because I had one order pop up and it wouldn't fill, it wouldn't fill, it wouldn't fill, it wouldn't fill. And then I tried to cancel those orders and it said they were canceled. So then I tried to put another order in to see if it would get filled, and it wasn't getting filled. And I hit cancel on it, and then I got filled on one order, and then about 30 seconds to a minute later I got filled on the other order, and I got filled in this red candle dropping right here. So I got twice as many shares as I wanted, got filled in the falling knife there, and it came down and hit I just put a stop loss in real quick, and it touched that tip of my stop loss right there at little candle. It was brutal. But sometimes things happen. Yeah, it really caught me off guard. Thinkorswim won't do any. Thinkorswim won't do anything about it. They when there was commissions, they would give you free commission trades, but they can't. They're not going to do anything about your losses. Like they have pretty good customer service service most of the time, but I've had issues like this before in the past, and they used to give you free commission trades for like a month or two or whatever to make up for it, but since they went to free commissions, they don't really do anything, or they haven't for me. So I don't know if anybody does happen to get a hold of them, because I'm sure their support line is busy as hell right now. Since it seems like it wasn't only me who got ripped a new one there at the Open. I mean, I only lost 30 something dollars, so it's not like it's the end of the world. So I'm not that upset about it, but it just sucks. It's like, well, kinda. I mean, kinda. I don't know. I haven't. There was like some point last year. There was a couple of weeks where Thinkorswim was having some issues, and I didn't bother to even call. So I don't know. You could try to call support and see what they say. I mean, they might do something for you, but I would lean on the side that they're probably not gonna do much. So, but I could be wrong. Who knows? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna switch brokers because of this. I mean, Thinkorswim has these hiccups, but it only has them like every once in a while. It's very rare that Thinkorswim has these problems. So, like I said, I only lost like $35, so I'm not that concerned about it. I'm not butthurt about it. So TATT did get that bounce off of the trend line, but not able to get back up to 8. Still consolidating. And the SPY consolidating up here, looking like it's either going to try to break a new level or it's going to sell off here soon, or at least pull back. But I'm pretty much. I mean, I'm out of funds for the most part. I got a little bit of funds, but not anything really worth trading with. So I'm pretty much done. I'll keep looking around for other possible opportunities. NGA's got a little bit of a flag here. A little bit higher price stock. No news or anything. Let's see, all the pot stocks still selling off after that pre-market hype. POWW with a nice move. See, they had. Oh, look at that. They're planning to construct a $12 million plant in Wisconsin, an ammo plant. I wonder where their terms. Oh, city of Manitowoc. Interesting. Interesting. You're probably sitting there thinking like, why the hell is Manitowoc, Wisconsin interesting? You probably never even heard of that. But the reason why it's interesting to me is because I've actually been looking around in that area for some real estate investments. So if you got manufacturing moving in like that, then that means more jobs in that area. It means more people will move to that area. And that usually means that real estate prices will go up. Not necessarily every time, but normally. But I was already looking in that area because of the cheap properties. Manitowoc, I think, is 30% under the average Wisconsin value of homes. But that's why it's good to kind of be in the stock market and real estate and keeping your eyes on all the different areas of financial markets, because sometimes you'll have them intersect each other like we just saw here with this. And it just so happens this company is opening up in a city that I was looking at already for investments. So you never know. See, NCTY with another pop today. What? I don't see BNGO popping up anywhere. Did it sell off finally? Thing went on a run for a few days there. No, BNGO is starting to pop up as well. Dipped below the trend line. Now it's trying to get back above that trend line and hold. Got some sideways consolidation here at the moment. Looks like if BNGO started breaking 540, it may start running. Alright guys, give me a couple minutes. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, my dog was scratching at the door. He had to go use the restroom. Hello, Crow. How's it going, buddy? BNGO still consolidating. The triangle there. See how TATT is doing. Still nothing there yet. AIKI looks done. At least for now. NCTY with a breakout. Right there, breakout of that triangle, that downtrend, break of 11. Got to move up to 1150. Pretty decent run on this, but no PR. This ran from what, 562 up to 725. So TAT is in this little, well, not little, but in this triangle here. It's going to need to break 8 soon if it's going to have the breakout. It's a going, Crow. It's a going. Like we've been talking about, Thinkorswim had some issues this morning right out the gate. I took a pretty decent loss on AIK. That was partly because of Thinkorswim shenanigans that happened. And I took a loss on TATT. There was a little issue when it popped over at 8 back here with the level 2, but that's not really a good enough excuse for me. I could have locked in. I was up in some profit there, but little red day today. I'm pretty much done trading because I'm pretty much out of funds. I got a little bit of funds, but after the way this morning started out, I'm ready to come back tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. I got a dentist appointment tomorrow, so it'll be Friday, but CLSK is on fire? Why isn't that popping up anywhere on any of my scanners? Yeah, CLSK with a nice rip. Now, I do plan on later today. We'll give this stream here about 30 more minutes to see what TATT is going to do. But later today, I'm going to most likely be doing another crypto stream. I'm going to try out Coinbase Pro. Not a guru, Daniel B. I don't know why you like to try to call me that. It's not something I claim to be. But CLSK might be running because of crypto. I'm out of funds. I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. But I mean, you know, it's just ripped from 28 to 33. That's a $5 move. And if you wasn't in back here or down here, then right now you'd kind of be chasing this. Ben Guru, yeah. More like bin garbage. Ha! We started off the new year so good. What happened? 2 days. 2 days in and everything's crazy. We'll, we'll turn things around. I'm not too concerned about it. We'll turn things around here. Starting Friday. Yeah, if you're interested in crypto, be on the lookout for that stream later today. Try to do some crypto trading with the Coinbase Pro and see how that works. You're always chasing stocks one life? That doesn't sound right. Oh, what a wonky chart pattern that is. United Health buying Change Healthcare. So United Health is buying this. That's interesting because I was just looking at United Healthcare yesterday. Unless United Health is a different stock, maybe a different stock. I don't think it is though. Yeah, it is the same. It's the same. It's United Healthcare. It's the one I was looking at yesterday. Alrighty. That's definitely interesting. See, TAT getting close to a possible breakout here real soon. And we're getting slowly closer to 8. It is creeping up. Oh, it looks like it's going to break. It may break. Ooh, got rejected hard there, but tested 8 real quick. It's got to test 8 again if it's going to break. 8's still holding up as resistance. You see this next volume bar as another big volume push. Woo, all over the place. All over the place. But this is a cup and handle pattern. Got the cup back here and then the handle if it can break 8, and there's also a triangle as well. Doesn't really matter. They're pretty similar. A cup and handle looks like a triangle. I think it's just different names for pretty much the same patterns. Yeah. It's a little sketchy. It got rejected at 8 so hard right there. Because it did have the good buying volume to push it. It just needed a little bit more, and it just got slammed. Let's see the 15-minute. It's a pretty choppy stock. You can see out on the 15-minute how choppy this is. With these long candle wicks. So far on every candle on the 15-minute since open. How's BNGO doing? Yeah, BNGO looks like it may try to start moving again. Still trying to hold this trend line. See, Mara's up because Bitcoin is up. Yeah, higher highs and higher lows for now. Yeah, I mean, but it's pretty choppy. It is pretty choppy. That rejection at 8 right there, that was rough. I think we're in a support buying market. Gotta start looking for support bounces, like the bounce off the trend line here at TAT. If you could have got it at 715, you could have held it through that candle for about 75 cents or so. And you see it was actually a couple times you could have got a little bounce off of this. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird market because BNGO really isn't a bounce play. It's ripped pretty good so far. You're looking at September 25th right here. I mean, that's one candle though, DB. I mean, that's one day. It's been other days on this chart where it has had strong green candles. There's 2 right there, and then this one yesterday, moved from 450 all the way up to 6. But back here though, you can see it is really low volume and not too much movement, not a very liquid stock back here before that September 20th. So maybe that's what you're saying. I just liked it because if it breaks 8, there's no resistance ahead of it besides this pre-market resistance. It looks like it may try to come up and test 8 another time here. I can see the volume candle. The volume candle's a lot higher today than it was back then. Yeah, but right now the selling and buying's pretty even. I mean, you got lots of buying, but you've also had lots of selling. That's why we're having this choppy up and down movement in this in between these trend lines. So it's a pretty strong tug of war of buyers and sellers in this consolidation. At this point it could go either way. It could sell off real hard or it could rip real hard. But I would say if it doesn't break 10 in the next, or not 10, if it doesn't break 8, probably in the next 10 minutes, and it's going to be done. PNGO still looking pretty decent. I mean, you can't really say that One Life, like NCTY automatically disqualifies what you just said. You know, this is a very low float stock, and this thing has ran for the last 3 days. So you're putting a blanket statement on all penny stocks. They are all garbage for the most part, but saying that they're doing nothing like usual, you know, that's a little bit of a stretch because you know this stock's already ran $2.50 so far today, possibly gonna have another leg up through this consolidation. Yeah, TET is already 2 times overtraded. I hear what you guys are saying. You guys are not wrong, but you know, sometimes all the analysis in the world doesn't matter on these stocks. Oh yeah, well, of course they go back to nothing. We're not talking about swing trading these low float stocks. We're just talking about day trading. I'm trying to day trade them the day they rip to make money. Nobody should be holding these penny stocks for longer than a day. Volume is starting to get a little light though. I'm not arguing with you guys that this is going to break out, because this very easily could not break out, and I'm not arguing that penny stocks are not trash, because they are. But you guys are acting like there's no way to make money on them, and you'd just be wrong. Yeah, well, no, if there's the new traders in the chat, don't hold these penny stocks that are garbage. Don't get caught up in the hype. That's the takeaway from what you guys are saying. Kodak and Genius were both good examples of that. People getting caught up in the hype. And that's why you don't want to. That's why you don't want to hold them. Like you said, like when you called this bounce off the trend line earlier, that was the opportunity there to make 60 cents or so. So I mean, you don't really want to be holding these stocks that long. You want to be getting these nice in and out quick pops. You could have done this 3 times so far, 4 really, if Thinkorswim wasn't acting crazy at the beginning of the market. This trading range is big enough to where you could just buy the bounces and or buy the dips and sell the bounces real quick and make a decent profit. I'm not going to look at NKLA right this second, because this is getting close to breakout possibility. Or unless you're saying unless you're still you're going on about your point of NKLA, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that this happens all the time. New traders will get destroyed on these trades, buying way up here, thinking it's going to keep running, and then holding and holding and holding. But that's the thing. That's why it's called day trading. It's day trading. You don't want to be holding stocks that long that are these low float penny stocks. You want to be in and out. And now this is cracking. Yep, there it goes. So that's done. More than likely. But I could even get back up to that 8 and test. No, Tad's not going to the moon. Tad just had potential. If it could have broke 8, it could have, made a big move. It had plenty of room to run with no resistance. But that 8 was major resistance. $8 was very strong resistance. So it couldn't get the break. But that's what I was saying. If you could have got these bounces, though, these quick little bounces, little dip buys and selling on the bounces, those would have been good opportunities. I just wanted to see if it was going to break 8. Look at BNGO still climbing. BNGO is probably going to be the same thing that you guys are talking about too. Traders getting in the hype. This thing has been running the last few days. In a couple of weeks, it'll probably look the same. It'll probably be back down to $1 or whatever. Yeah, K selling off too. Looks like we're getting quite a bit of sell-offs on stuff here. See Crown pushing back up. I should have stuck with what I was thinking this morning with these pot stocks. Should have kept my attention on them. CBAT with a random rip out of nowhere. Yeah, and this is a pump and dump. No PR or anything. And just random volume. Well, that's the thing, One Life. New traders shouldn't be trading all that. They shouldn't be trading right away. What they are, they should trade with little bits of money. But I have come to the conclusion that unless it's an extremely hot, low cap market, a low float running market, that buying at resistance breakouts on these low floats is not a good idea. So I'm saying I think support buys are gonna be where it's at for these low float penny stocks here. And if you are going to buy at breaker resistances, you want to make sure that buying volume is coming in. So you kind of want to wait to see if they break and then hold that old resistance. You want to see that old resistance become new support. Just in it's just a look at this. What's going on with the SPY? SPY going straight up. What is going on here? Granville warns investors to sell everything. Interesting. Oh, this was back in 1981. You bought him backwards this morning? I'm not sure what you mean. So Hexo on a bit of a trend line here. Another pot stock. We'll give the stream 10 more minutes here. If you guys have any more questions, suggestions, or ideas, go ahead and get those in. Looks like Hexo might crack here. If it can hold up this trend line. Oh, you thought you were buying at a low spot and it dropped like a rock. Well, that's the thing. Okay, so here's a lesson for you before we end. With support buying, it is a little tricky because you want to be buying at very, very strong support. Because if you're buying a sell-off, like just for instance, we'll use TAT here. When you're buying on a support line, so right here your trend line was your support line, and then also if you draw a line right across there, that's ugly, but you can see 720 was some resistance back here several times, and then it bounced off that resistance, so that was some support. So that isn't like the strongest support in the world, but that is some support. And if you buy in right here looking for that bounce, you're kind of catching a fallen knife, is what they call it in the stock market. So you got to be careful with support buys and make sure that you're buying at pretty good support, and have a decently tight stop loss right below that support, so if that support cracks you can get out, because when support lines crack, they're going to crack hard. Support lines usually don't just barely crack. Like you can see right here, that support at the trend line was 727. It's dropped all the way down below 7, so that's almost 30-40 cents for a crack of support. So what I like to do is I like to wait and make sure the support is going to hold up. So you let it crash, you let it fall first. Then once it falls, say if this would have pushed back up above the trend line and then it kind of held above the trend line for a few minutes or maybe even 10 minutes, and then it starts getting some buying volume back in that area would be a decent area to buy the dip. But if you buy the dip directly while it's in the dip, you risk catching a fallen knife, and this is not what you want to do. Don't want to catch fallen knives. Hey Adley, how's it going, buddy? That's One Life is kind of right, but the way he phrased that is the wrong way to phrase that. You're not going to learn anything from him saying that. But what he means is low floats, support and resistance is a little bit trickier because it doesn't take that much buying and selling to push them one way or the other, because there's only so many shares available. So if you start having a support line crack, it's not going to take too much selling to crack that support. So it has to be extremely strong support with these low flow penny stocks. But that doesn't, like, support and resistance does apply to penny stocks. You can't say that it doesn't apply. I mean, that type of stuff can happen with any stocks. But I mean, you can see here BNGO, and this is not quite as low float, but it has held this trend line. And then you can see $7 is trying to hold as some support. Kind of a last little ditch support on TAT. And if you draw a line straight back across at 7 and look at it, you can see this candle hit there. These two candles hit there. This one broke out above it a little bit but dipped back below. Consolidation hitting right in there. Then it held up. Has some support there. Held up as a little support there. Cracked back below it. Popped back above this $7 support line. And then now it's testing that $7 support line again. And so far it's held up. So, I mean, just off of that right there, you wait for the sell-off. It hits the support. It's bouncing. Now we're starting to see it's holding above the 7. And now you start getting buying volume on this candle. And you could have got it in 7.15 and sold there for 7.40 for about 30 cents. But to one last point, you do want to be quick, because just as quick as that little pop happened, and it's trying to get back above this uptrend line, it's still getting hung up at the uptrend line, so it can very easily come back down and test 7 and crack. But literally in real time, I just talked this out in support, and then you just saw that bounce off of 7. So So you can't say support and resistance don't matter in low float stocks. Support and resistance matters in any stock or any equity that you're trading. Support and resistance are very, very important. But like I said, to one last point, because it doesn't take a lot of buying or selling, support and resistance lines can be easily broken with low float stocks. You don't want to ignore support and resistance, but you do want to have the understanding that, okay, even though $7 is strong support here at any time, because this is so low flow, if one person decides, if there's a big institutional investor or something, or some Wall Street Wolf of Wall Street type of guy, and he's got 100,000 shares in this, and he decides to sell right there at 7, then that support is not going to mean anything at all. So the higher the float, the more shares that are available to the public. That means it's going to take a lot more buying and selling to move it, so your support lines are going to be a lot stronger. Especially on like the daily chart. Like here, Apple's just kind of been going up, so it's kind of... Which, I mean, that's what you want, but... Like you can see on IIPR, here's a good example. You can see how strong the support is right at this like 115 area. It was resistance back here. If you look back there, you can see where it got caught up. It's actually kind of in 110 area. And it traded below that, slowly built its way up, got hung up in that area a little bit, and then finally ripped. Sold off and bounced back up, bounced off that again, and then got a big rip. So when you have a lot higher float, then your support and resistance lines are going to be more sturdy than you do on a low float. But that does not mean that you completely ignore support and resistance on low floats. Still very important. Oh yeah, no problem, Crows. And see, this is why, and some new traders and stuff may think that like me and One Life and Daniel B hate each other, and like some days it might seem like we might want to kill each other and stuff, but we're really not. like we're as much as we trash talk each other, we're good buddies. So they are smart traders too. Anything they say, you definitely want to listen to it. But just know that sometimes they're trash talking or trolling me. So you gotta kind of know when they're not trash talking and when they are. But there is a lot that you can learn from them as well. And there's other traders too that'll come into the chat. Mark de Guzman, Mark Dalton, Dom, H&H Trader seems to be doing pretty decently. So that's the thing about having a community like this of different traders. You know, you can learn a lot because you're getting multiple perspectives instead of if you go to like Ross Cameron, for instance, or Patrick Wayland, you're only getting one perspective. You're only getting that one guy's perspective on the channel. But that's why I talk to you guys in the channel. Even if we get up to like 1,000 viewers in the chat and it was going crazy, I would still be talking to everybody that I could. So this is a good definitely a good learning opportunity for new traders to be in these live streams with us, because you're going to get different perspectives from different traders, and you can learn a lot. We do hate each other. Yeah, see, One Life goes though. We do hate each other, and Daniel B is like we're gay. So that tells you right there about us three, how crazy we talk to each other. So, but that's the good thing about having a community of traders. You can share ideas, you can debate, figure out what's the best ways to do things. So it's a good thing. You want criticism, you want banter, you want competition. The more knowledge from multiple people, the better. What did you get in One Life? Was it CLSK or something? See, TATT is still holding above that 7, but still under the trend line. It's trying to get back above that trend line there. Morning, Mark. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think we'll get a stream a couple more minutes, but then I'm gonna call it a day. So nice. So Mark trading Tesla, getting a nice little $5 move. Very nice. BLNK. Let's take a look at BLNK. BLNK. Oh yeah, it's getting rejected there at that 45 area. A little bit there. Oh, I got Nikola on there. Take that off. COPTX was a big rip. Did anyone hire him? Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty much done for today, guys. Like I said, later today I'm going to try to do another crypto stream. If you're interested in that, going to be trying out Coinbase Pro. So be looking out for that a little bit later today. Won't be back tomorrow for morning trading because of a dentist appointment. So we'll be back Friday for Friday morning for stock trading. We'll see what that day brings. But you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Be careful with your trading in this choppy little market we got. Till next time.